Hello, everybody. Pretty good attendance for it being Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. So I haven't hosted a mock audition in probably almost a month now. And someone mentioned to me last night about my mock auditions, and I was like, huh, I totally forgot about those. So we're gonna do them. Yay. So I'm gonna pull up. So if you haven't done someone's already on the link. That's so funny. I haven't even posted them yet. So if you haven't been to any of my mock auditions before, this is not real. This is completely practice. It's fake. This is not any actual game, no actual project. This is just giving you a sense of live direction auditioning in the sense of, let's say, for example, this usually happens more in callbacks, like if you get called back to do a role. This would be in the sense where you would be in a call with the director and you're provided the lines and they're kind of like, yeah, so I want to get more of a realistic vibe of your takes-ish. Yeah. So this isn't real. So I'll be providing you feedback and I'll be having you redoing some takes. I will tell you guys, your directors, and if you're auditioning for somebody, they probably will not do that for you. They will not tell you like, oh, I think you would sound better if you do. I mean, they might. Like, if they like you and they get good vibes from you, they might ask you to redo things or fix some things up or redo a take. Very, very rarely, though. This industry is a very first impression kind of thing. So, just don't expect directors to give you feedback because they probably will not. But I am, just for the sake of this practice. But I need to get the links. I am going to send them on my other account. Hold on. There. And then here. Let's see, audition sheet. Form. Okay, I sent it on my other account. Okay. So basically, the Google document that I sent has all the characters. There's like 50 plus characters. And then the form is where you will submit to essentially submit to audition, essentially. So there's multiple questions. So first, I need your Discord username. And then you write down the character that you want to audition with. When you're submitting a form, please only submit one character per form. If you want to audition for multiple characters, please submit multiple forms. We prioritize first person goes first. If you have not gone, you will go before somebody else that hasn't gone or that has gone. You know what I mean. So there's that. And then, then I'll ask you for submission. And then I ask for a brief thing just kind of about yourself, like what your setup is, what you consider yourself in the industry, and then I ask if you've done this event before, and then if you have any questions you want to ask me. It can be about anything. It can be about setups or how to get roles or how to fix something. Like if you have something in your mind that you want to obtain by doing this mock audition, I would also put that there. Like if you want something specifically that you think you need critique on. Yeah. Mark, I think you did this one time. I'm trying to think. I remember. What did you do? Did I?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying. Didn't I ask you to do like fluffle pant? Did I ask you to do that one? The fluffy McFluffle pants or whatever his name was. That was funny. I love the YouTube stream comments because they're always like, are you the voice actor for Daisy? No, I'm not. That was a lie, by the way. I am. Oh, Jonathan Mike. Right. Yeah. Oh, I told you to do it? Yeah, sounds about right. So, are people that are here just here? I know that Scorp said he's listening. Is everyone else just listening? I have no submissions. Does nobody want to be a voice actor? Ian, you want to be a voice actor? Why are you looking at me like that, Ian? I have 0 responses. VA servers are 99% gamers hoping that one day a job for the next Riot MMO will fall out of the sky. What? Oh, I hear the train. The train is coming. Well, there's no submissions. I mean, the form also has a thing. Oh my god, the train. The form has a thing where you can ask questions, but if you're not submitting anything and you have questions, you can also just ask those on the chat too. That's fine. You can ask anything about everything in voice acting. I'm definitely not playing Pokemon Go while I wait. Hold on. Let me see. Where do I sign up? You mean for the thing where I mentioned there's the Google document in the form that I linked in the chat? Mock Audition, not 100% sure how this will work. Were you here when I said how it worked? When I was talking about it for like 5 minutes? Oh, you did Daniel. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's see. Alright. We got some people. Okay, Copper Shark. Who? I gotta find out who that is. Let me see. Okay, so I'm looking at... Okay, I gotta invite Copper Shark. Oh, shoot. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna give my... Bonk bonk. Here we go. Okay. Who is Copper Shark? I gotta go through, like, all of your quirky stage names. I found you. Okay. So, I'm going to... Okay. So, I'm gonna answer the question. So, getting roles... Okay, getting more roles. So... That depends on if you're referring more to, like, getting roles on Discord, getting roles on websites, on social media. There's various different ways that you can get roles. It also depends on your level in the industry. Or, like, I call them levels, but it's also more like experience and kind of like how much information you have on, like information you can provide about yourself to the industry. For example, if you have a pretty good resume and you have a demo reel, maybe 2 demo reels, either character, commercial, narration, whatever, if you have that information, you can step up pretty well to, for example, I call them the Twitter auditions, because Twitter auditions are auditions in themselves. They are a completely different breed, kind of like how casting call club, those are kind of labeled as the rookie. You find the Minecraft role plays, the Roblox stuff, the fan dubs. So those call them the rookie auditions. The Twitter auditions, without having an agency or you're not union, Twitter auditions are where it gets bigger, because Twitter auditions are where the video games are, the NDAs are, and like all of that stuff that you would expect it to have a resume, a demo reel, a professional email, all of that stuff, and have like business contact and things like that. Basically, where if you have an agent or a representation, that's like not like, oh my god, you're a huge deal. Like, that's not really like that, because in Twitter, that's where most of the professionals are that aren't, getting gigs through agencies and representation, mainly. So, that's one thing. Let me see if you... Is level 420 in the intro? Okay. So, let me see what you wrote for... you consider yourself aspiring, wrote NT1A. Okay. So, considering your setup, which is not that bad... I would say you can probably see it all. Again, it depends on if you have a demo reel, if you have a website, or if you have, a demo reel, resume. Main things I say: demo reel, website, and I'm missing my wait, resume, demo reel, and website. There we go. Top priority would be demo reel. Second would be website, and third I would say would be resume, because you can put a resume in a website. A resume can be a subpart of your website, but it's good to have like a PDF in itself of the resume. Maybe one that's like downloadable, because then they can download it and they can see it. Because a website will show like, I'm going like completely off track, but a website will show, for example, your website should have your demo reels, they should be in there. Maybe testimonials. I've seen some voice acting websites with testimonials. I don't think they're very important, really, at all. They don't really do much. They're kind of just text that I will not read. There's also, of course, so some people say, like, testimonials as, like, text of, like, oh, they were such a great actor, I loved working with them, yada, yada. Sometimes people use testimonials to show companies that they've worked with, or directors they've worked with. So, for example, they'll say, like, testimonials, and they'll show, like, the logos, but usually you should title that as clients, not testimonials. But you can put, like what I like to do on my website is I put the logos of the companies I've worked for, or the projects I've worked for, things like that. Like, how, like, games and shows, they'll have, like, a logo of the show. I take that logo and I, like, put that on my website. So, like, yeah, I was in that. I do stuff like that. That is also another thing you can do. That's kind of like a little mini resume, but it's not very specific on like who you voice. But other than that, there's also about me sections. Usually about me sections should be in third person, because first person is okay, but I feel like a professional written biography should be in third person, because also you can use that for future things. For example, when I do my events on the server, for the people, I ask for a 100 character biography in third person, where usually, I know, for example, Chuck Huber, he literally just copies and pastes it off his website because that's what he always uses. It shows, actually, if you guys don't know about the VA guide here, the voice acting guide, the Mastering the Art of Online Voiceover, I highly suggest you read it. It is like 30 pages long. It is a really, really good guide, and it goes in depth about how to write that biography. So I highly suggest that you guys actually take a read to that. It talks about how to, like the different sections of it. It's like highlighted in different sections, like about yourself, what you do experience, and then like how to write roles you're in, how many roles you should do, how many is too much, things like that. I highly suggest you read that. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, it is a really, really good guide. It also talks about everything. It talks about how you should price yourself. Like if you're looking to start charging for your work, what is a good price for the level that you are in the industry. It talks about, again, pretty much what we're talking about, how to get roles, how to make that website, make that resume, make that biography. It talks about good DAWs to use, the digital, I forgot what it stands for. Basically, digital audio, something. It talks about like good stuff to use. Some of them are free, some of them do require payment. Good microphones, good interfaces, good stuff for when you want to upgrade your setup. How to build your booth, very important one, because getting an expensive setup does not mean that it'll be good if your area sucks. Oh, digital audio workstation. Thank you. Where can I find the guide? It is 4 messages above you. But yeah, me rambling. I love to ramble. Yeah. It was just to say, it's not show friends, it's show business, and you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. That, yeah, I get it, kinda. I see a lot of times, I've seen some stuff where, like, people will get really good roles, and people are like, oh my god, you deserve that role, you're so good, yada, yada, yada. That is true, but it's also, imagine how hard that person had to work their butt off to get that role. Like, imagine how much stuff they'd auditioned for, how many rejections they had to go through. It is a lot. It is a lot of work and effort to get really big in the industry. But, like, many, many years ago, like when I even think about, like, the anime industry back in, like, early 2000s, if you lived in Dallas, Texas, and you liked acting, welcome to anime. Like, welcome to ADR. Like, it was very easy. And even back in the, like, many of the anime voice actors that started in the 2000s say that all the time. They're like, yeah, I had a friend that, you know, liked acting, and then next thing you know, they were in anime. Like, it was very easy. Now it is very hard. It is all about connections now, too, in this industry. I could even talk about that. Like, connections are a very, very big thing to get into stuff, especially when it comes to mostly the bigger stuff, like agencies and representation and companies and working with all that stuff. Representation is essentially connections too, and agencies. Those are what gets you all of those connections. But even like having friends gets you connections. Like having friends that are in those agencies, for example. Like I know, I learned this recently because I was like going over agencies with a friend of mine. There's this one agency in Texas called Linda McAllister, and if you they usually look for references, essentially, like people that are in that agency that know you and can recommend you into that agency, if you get what I mean. But yeah. Negotiate your business with better takes. Yeah, give them your best takes. Always put your first take as your best take. Or best take is your first take. Yeah. Put your best take as your first take. Any tips on the UK VA scene? I'm American, so unfortunately I cannot help out with that. really at all. I have never been outside of America, but I do know that there are some people, for example, I'm talking right now with Amy Smith, who is an Australian voice actor, and she actually was thinking of hosting an event directed towards how to get work as like living outside of America, like how to get like work inside of America from outside of America, how to get agencies while outside of America, stuff like that. Do not know when that's going to be, though. It's probably not going to be till like January. I help Phoebe with Pokemon Go because I hope that one day she'll give me a role. Oh yeah, don't do that either. I mean, obviously my friends make jokes about this all the time, but I have had people, because I'm a casting director. I cast a lot of video games and stuff like that. I have seen people try and be friends with me and try and get on my good side because they think that they're more likely to get cast for a role. It's not going to happen, because most of the time, although you might not think it, it can be kind of obvious. I've seen it. Like, I've noticed it before. So just be yourself. Like, honestly, when I'm casting, I don't even take into consideration most of the time whether I know you or not. As long as you're not on my blacklist, I will consider you. I mean, sure, if a friend auditions, I might listen to it a bit more because obviously I know them and I know, especially if I know your work ethic. Like, if I work with you, I am more likely to cast you. If I'm friends with you, maybe. But if I'm friends with you and I know that you're very bad with deadlines and you're like very unprofessional, but I'm like best friends with you, I'm not gonna cast you, because if you do bad, that's on my part, because I cast you and I essentially I cast you under the impression that you would do a good job. So when I'm a casting director, I'm not the director of the project. I'm basically casting you for the project to work with the main director. So let's say, for example, I cast Mark in a project, right? And Mark likes to make fun of Americans, okay? And the director is American. And I cast Mark, and Mark makes a little witty joke about Americans, and the director does not like it. He does not think it's funny. And because of that goes bad on my part, because I am the one that cast Mark. And because Mark was bad, that leaves myself a negative mark, because now the director is like, why would you cast this guy? Like, do you see what he's saying? Like, he offended me. This is so rude. Why would you cast this guy? I'm like, well, I'm sorry. So, yeah, we're getting a little bit of banter. So, yeah. So, and that's actually just going on like the topic of voice acting guild, because whenever I say stuff about giving a negative mark on me, it's a perfect example of why we don't do recruitment in the voice acting guild. It is the same exact reason. Because if there is a voice actor in this server where, let's say, for example, a director is looking to cast somebody, and they, for example, let's say they contact Mark, or they post in the server like, yeah, I'm looking for a voice actor, yada yada, and Mark is like, oh boy, a awesome anime fandom, my favorite. And he replies to it and gets cast, and finds out the director makes fun of British people, and Mark doesn't like that, or whatever, wherever you're from, Italy, and Mark doesn't like that. It now becomes a me problem, because I allowed that director to cast Mark. Well, I didn't let him, but I let that guy cast people in the server, and I gave my members a negative experience because I allowed that director to cast in our server. So to avoid that, I just don't do casting at all in the server, because I'm like, I'd rather have all positive than minor negative. Yay. Okay, let's see. I've seen auditions saying, use your natural voice, and say, if you want to try an accent that fits better, you do that too. What would you put you felt worked for the role? First natural was requested. If it was requested, always do requested first. For example, I'm just trying to think of experiences I've had. There was actually a project that I auditioned for a few weeks ago where they wanted a very nasally and high voice, but they gave examples. They gave vocal examples, and they had lower tones. So I was a little bit confused on what they wanted, but I started off with the high and nasally because I was like, well, they wrote that they wanted high and nasally. So I started with high and nasally, and then for the second takes I referenced more off of the examples that they gave, more like a little bit lower. But usually, in a professional sense, unless you can do something like really drastic, like an accent change, for example, like you said, I wouldn't really do multiple takes unless the directors ask for it. I would usually avoid doing multiple takes. Makes notes, don't make friends with Phoebe. I'm awesome. I'm awesome. I'm awesome and funny and cool. Did I say I'm funny? I'm funny. Yeah. I'm a great friend. You'll only see benefits when you're friends with me. You might become a staff member in the voice acting guild. Who doesn't want to be a staff member in the voice acting guild? You know what I mean? Phoebe's funny. Tell a joke. Give me 1 second. It's okay. Here we go. This is my joke. There you go. That was my joke. I'm funny, obviously. Bowel problems are no laughing matter. But, yeah, so if you guys have any more, questions about it. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, let me get the thing now. Okay, I'm gonna invite Jacob up here. Oh, no, somebody else asked a question. Okay, ask that later. Okay, and you're doing Toma. Okay. Any questions or concerns about Toma?
I might just give it a run through first, see what I feel about, and then I think we can go from there.
Can you turn your gain up a bit?
Is that good?
Yes, thank you. Okay, so what do you mean by run through? Just like going through it?
Yeah, I'll give it a pass and we'll see a build from there, because I think I can kind of gauge this guy's personality. He's a confident guy, kind of stick up his ass kind of a little bit.
Yeah, so in a realistic sense, if you're okay, so when we're doing this, guys, I want you guys to imagine that you are right now, we are in an actual studio, you are behind the glass wall, and I am staring at you. I am at the audio section and I am staring at you. Are we gonna do a run through? I don't think so. So let's keep that in mind, where it is pretty much a one takes all. So I want your first takes to try and be your best takes. So if you have questions about this character and who he is and what he sounds like, ask me that before we go through this.
Okay, so then do you want me to do, like, when you say sarcastic, like, you want me to be the kind of overconfident sarcastic, like, I know my abilities, but you're lower than me, so, like, you want me to talk like I'm talking down to people?
Exactly. So he scoffs a lot too. So he's always like, he's so over it. He's so over with like people's stupidity, because he's like these people are pointless. They don't understand how great I am.
You want me to add a few? You want me to add a few scoffs? Because I can add a few scoffs.
Sure, you can add in some ad libs. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
If you think they fit somewhere.
All right.
Okay. So when you record, just go 1, 2, 3, 2 seconds ish pause in between. Don't read like line 1, da 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 da. Line 2, da da. Don't say anything. Just say the line 1, pause, say the line 2, say the line 3.
All right. Here we go. That cat-eared girl, Rosaria? Pfft, she's no match for my skills. What an amateur. I withhold the bloodline of the best bakers in the nation, and will live up to our family name and win the competition. Make me a foamy cream, not whipped. I expect you to know how the judges are. We need a texture that will explode flavors in their mouths all at once.
Okay. We should slow down a little bit. There's a little bit of munching on your words. Pronunciation is a very important thing. I like the kind of little bit of rasp in his voice. I do like that a little bit for Toma. I don't think I've ever had anyone with a little rasp audition for him before. So I definitely did like that. The only thing that, especially with lines 3 and line 1, they went a little bit too fast. It was a little bit hard to process the information that you were telling me because it just went so fast. So let's try line 1 more time. So let's go in a little bit of context of the line. So let's say, for example, let's say that, okay, so I'm trying to think of a scene. Okay, so basically, Rosaria and Toma are in a cooking competition together, or baking competition, whatever it is. And there's like, other people competing, whatever. So first round goes by, both of them get through. Second round, the judges announce that it is a team effort. So the chefs get paired with one other person competing. So then essentially, 2 people will win, and Toma gets paired with Rosaria. So let's say the judge just said Toma is paired with Rosaria. So then kind of imagine it's kind of like an anime, and then then it panels to Toma, and he's kind of like, that cat girl, like he's kind of just like he basically looks down on Rosaria because Rosaria came from a very small self-owned bakery from her mother or whatever, and Toma's the big deal, his father's the best chef in the world, whatever. So Toma's like, this girl, she's just gonna be a burden, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So let's try going through line 1 more time.
Okay. That cat-eared girl, Rosaria? Pfft, she's no match for my skills. What an amateur.
Try saying cat-eared girl for me, just normally, without acting.
That cat-eared girl, Rosaria? Pfft, she's no match for my skills. What an amateur.
Say just cat-eared for me.
Cat-eared.
Okay, then say that cat-eared girl, Rosaria.
That cat-eared girl, Rosaria.
Okay, so let's try... Okay, so let's try it a little bit differently, where there's imagine there's a ... after girl. So keep that in mind, and then let's try line 1 more time.
Okay, so a pause between cat-eared girl and Rosaria.
Yeah.
That cat-eared girl? Rosaria? Pfft, she's no match for my skills. What an amateur.
A little bit more irritated on the Rosaria. So imagine imagine he forgot her name. He only knows her as the cat-eared girl. So he's like, wait, what's her name again? Rosaria? Kind of just oh, yeah. And then, yeah. One more time.
That cat-eared girl? Rosaria? Pfft, she's no match for my skills. What an amateur.
I want to hear the Rosaria more angry. I don't want to hear that pitch up. It's a little, it kind of comes off as a voice crack. So I kind of want it to just be, imagine he's squinting his eyes, looking at the board, seeing Rosaria's name next to him, and he's like, Rosaria? Okay. Like that.
That cat-eared girl? Rosaria. Pfft, she's no match for my skills. What an amateur.
Okay. Okay, let's try line 3 one more time. It was pretty good, spot on. I just want it to be a little bit slower. So let's try it one more time, but keeping a little bit slower. Because remember, he's telling her that he needs foamy cream, not whipped cream. So,
so I'm
you
working
want to
with
make
Rosario.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, this is when he's talking with Rosaria when they're making the stuff. So he's trying to get across to her that he wants foamy cream, not whipped cream. So you need to make sure that those words are said very loudly so that she understands.
All right. Make me a foamy cream, not whipped. I expect you to know how the judges are. We need a texture that will explode flavors in their mouths all at once.
Foamy cream, not whipped. That section was great. Once it went off of that, though, you went too fast. So after you get to the foamy cream, not whipped, have the second line. Let's have it be a little bit of mockery. So he was surprised that she got past the first round. So he's basically saying, like, since you got past the first round, you must be so good. So I expect you to know how the judges are.
Okay.
And then the third line should basically be like, we need to have a texture that's gonna, impress them, so we win, obviously. And I'm not gonna let you slow me down. So you need to do what I tell you to do.
Okay. I got it. So you just want me to start from I expect you to know, or do you want me to start from make me a foamy cream?
Start from the beginning, yeah.
Okay. Make me a foamy cream, not whipped. I expect you to know how the judges are. We need a texture that will explode flavors in their mouths all at once.
Good. Much slower. I think the indication on flavors was a little unnecessary. I don't think we need any... I forgot the word.
Emphasis?
Yeah, thank you. I don't think we really need emphasis on flavors. Maybe emphasis on explode, maybe? Or texture? Or all at once. Those would probably be the more appropriate places to have an emphasis on. Let's try starting from we need a texture just one more time. Let's try emphasis on all at once.
Okay. We need a texture that will explode flavors in their mouths all at once.
Good. And then just for the fun of it, let's just try line 2 one more time. So he's super cocky. Let's say this is beginning introduction. So you know how, so let's say that line 2 is, before the competition started, they like talk a little bit about themselves, or the judge will be like, and this is Toma from wherever, and then he has like, yo, what's up, I'm Toma, yada yada. So instead he's basically like, yo, I'm Toma, I withhold the blood. So yeah, that's basically what that is. So let's do that. So imagine cameras on him, lights on him, he's yeah, I'm gonna win.
All right. I withhold the bloodline of the best bakers in the nation, and will live up to our family name and win the competition.
Bloodline best bakers kind of had a little bit of, it was like bloodline of the best bakers in the, like that was a little bit of a very hard on the buh. So let's go back a little bit on that. If you need to back up from your mic a bit to prevent some plosives, or put it to the side a bit, that would be better.
All right. Is that good?
But let's try that one more time.
I withhold the bloodline of the best bakers in the nation, and will live up to our family name and win the competition. Good
job. Thank you. Yeah, all good. Thank you. So I'm gonna do a new thing. So tell the audience what you got out of this.
Well, it's always better to ask questions, because asking questions, it made me understand. It's like, all right, so I need to ask questions if I want to better connect with Toma.
Yes, exactly.
And there's going to be a lot of specifications in the actual booth audition, so never underestimate the power of questions is what I got.
Yep. Well, also, there are a lot of times, depending on the project, because a lot of stuff, a lot of the big stuff, they're under NDAs. So you can't really know much information. You might go in for an audition, and they might literally just tell you, I want a guy that sounds evil. That literally might be the only thing they could tell you, and they might not be able to tell you anything else. So that's where it gets hard. But fortunately for this, literally every single information that you could possibly know about Toma is here. So
I was taught not to look at that much, unfortunately.
I'll tell
But
any
next
of
time
the
I should
game
read
leakers. Oh my god, I know. Dude, game leakers for like Genshin Impact, they're so funny because I've seen so much stuff about like, you know, the leakers getting sued and stuff, yet people are still leaking the game, like, constantly. And then they're like, oh my god, I got sued. I'm like, yeah, obviously. Like, it's... But yeah, okay, thank you, Jacob. Okay, and then I gotta go back to this. And then I need to go back to the form. Who's next? Bone Man. Is that you? That is you. Okay. You use AirPods. Oh boy. Do AirPods even have a mic? I don't know, but alright. Come up to the stage, Bone Man. You don't have your AirPods? And why did you put your AirPods? And what mic do you have? You left them at home. Where are you? They sound chef's kiss oh so perfect. AirPod mics are terrible. I've heard them before. Someone has done auditions with them before and they're not good. Bone Man, do you have a mic to do? You don't have a mic? Then why did you submit something? What? No. What do you mean we do this another day? What? This isn't real. This is not a real audition. This is practice. Oh boy. Okay. Oh my god, it's Mark. Softer, more nauseated emotion. Okay, fam. Let's go.
I need to move stuff around.
Okay, Mark. Who did you wanted Asher?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Where do we put the mock submissions? I'm losing my mind.
Google Forms, guys. Scroll up. Do you need to be handheld on everything? How do you get up in the morning? Do you need somebody to tell you to like use the right leg first, then the left leg, then put it in your flippers, and then... I'm shouting for you.
But it's also like you just watched Jacob live audition with me. So why are you going to ask where to submit that? I could not.
Be honest, you're playing Fortnite at the same time.
True. Right? Jacob was like the build for you guys. He's like... But what is the word? The influence? I don't remember what it's called.
The guinea pig.
Know. Yeah, I don't know the words.
Mate, you saw a sample. What is it? An example of what it's going to be like the first time.
Yep.
Disappointing.
Okay, any questions or concerns about Asher?
I suppose I don't know if I've done too much in terms of like really soft spoken stuff. I mean, I've done a bit, but not you know, as I was saying, in terms of character work, of very little experience there. No, I it will depend
He's
on the
like,
performance.
well, I wouldn't say he's like soft, but well, I guess he's soft spoken. His voice, I imagine it's like soothing because he's like manipulative. So he's trying to sound
Yes.
like hot and attractive
Machiavelli.
to get this girl.
Machiavelli. Okay. May I begin?
Yes.
Okay. He doesn't understand you like I do. He doesn't like you like I do. Please, let me prove this to you. Just this once. I hope that what I've said hasn't hurt you too much. I don't know what I would do of myself if I knew a lady was hurt. If you leave now, you lose everything. Honestly, I missed moments like these. Honestly, I miss moments like this more than anything. Just know I'll be here, waiting here, if you choose to stay.
Oh, why does it say here, waiting here? That's weird. Anyway. For the second line, I feel... I'm trying to describe... Because there were some times where I felt like you had too much emotion and sometimes you had too little emotion. So, for example, line 1, when you said just this once, you sounded like super, super pleading, but I don't want him to be like that. Like, I want him to still be very low, just like, just this once. Like, not like, just this, like, not...
Yeah,
you
he's,
know,
I mean,
not
he's like a Machiavellian character. He's more in control than that.
Yeah, like, he's not desperate, really. I mean, he is desperate in a way for himself. Not, like, desperate for her, desperate because it'll be bad for him.
But he also doesn't want to show it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then for line 2, I kind of want it to be like... again, like, he's trying to seem like he's super, super sweet and, like, this great, great guy, but he's not. So he's just trying to say this stuff to, you know, get on her good side and make her think, like, oh my god, he's so sweet, he's so nice.
But it does say worried.
To seem that way, but he's not.
To seem worried. Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do line 2 one more time.
I hope that what I've said hasn't hurt you too much. I don't know what I would do of myself if I knew a lady was hurt.
I like the second line. We don't need to go up on the I, though. I think that would just be general. Yeah, one more time.
I'm like trying to not emphasize the I. That's hard sometimes. I hope that what I've said hasn't hurt you too much. I don't know what I would do with myself if I knew a lady was hurt.
Good. Let's do line 3. Why did my tongue do that? It was like a fart. Let's do line 3 one more time. But the beginning is a little bit angry, and then the honestly is kind of like he's kind of like he was like losing his cool, and then it kind of calms down, and then he's getting more like manipulative again. He's kind of like, oh, you know, I miss when we had our good times and you've done this to us and yada yada. He's like, you know, if you decide to leave, I'll still be here. Kind of like, you know, manipulating her into staying.
Okay, let's give that a go. If you leave now, you lose everything. Honestly, I miss moments like this more than anything. Just know, I'll be here waiting for you if you choose to stay.
Yippee.
EP?
I don't think I have that much else to say. Other than I think in a general perspective, I think his voice would be a little bit higher, but
He doesn't understand you like I do.
exactly.
It wouldn't be that. And then turns American for some reason.
I think that Asher would fit as with a British accent, though.
He doesn't understand you like I do. He doesn't like you like I do. Please, let me prove this to you. Just this once. Maybe a bit more like that.
Yeah, like he's one of those like foreign exchange students that comes to America that everyone's fawning over, but he's like crazy.
He's from another country. You speak more than one language? Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm in love with you.
Could be Italian. Could be Ashero.
Okay, anyway, I got no more things to say.
Yes. I will.
Throwing you back to
how do I
the
remove
shame
myself?
area. Okay, who's the next sacrifice? Is Frita. Okay. Okay, let me get her up. Okay, and you wanted to do Lucia. I did a little, I haven't edited it, but I did a little, practice thing where it was like 20 minutes long, and I basically recorded myself going over, Lucia and Toma, and kind of just had to analyze them as characters. I gotta upload that eventually. But yeah, any questions or concerns about Lucia?
I don't know if it's fully like this, but for her, like, kind of voice personality, but for line 1, it's sort of not saying she's bratty or that one, tsundere, but is that sort of similar to her personality as a whole, or just that one line?
Yeah, that's her as a whole. She's like
Okay.
the very stereotypical tsundere.
Okay. Also, for line 2, I really, really can't be angry, which is one of the main reasons why I chose her, just to see if I can figure out how to be angry better than I have just a little bit.
So do you get angry in real life, or do you just mean like acting wise?
No. I rarely ever get angry in real life, so I don't really know how angry people are. So which is why I wanted to take advantage of this to try to figure out how to be angry.
So I'll talk background then about line 2. So basically, so she has, her partner, which is basically like the person that she's talking to for pretty much all these, except the last one, which is the catchphrase. So in line 2, they're battling, and he's kind of just like, oh, I'm tired. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, she's like so over it. And maybe, they're fighting a boss or this really, really important, enemy that they need to beat to either get like a good cash prize or they like rank up or anything like that. And him just saying he's over it is like pissing her off. She's like, you are useless at this. Like, you are gonna be useless if, like, we can't win this unless you battle too. Like, you need to give it your all. So just keep that in mind. A good thing to keep in mind to stay angry is putting yourself in Lucia's shoes. Imagine that you've worked hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to get up to this enemy, and then now the person that you're partners with is now saying like, oh, I'm tired, or oh, I don't want to do this. So now you're like, what the hell? Like, we have to do this. Like, if we don't do this, then it's game over for us. So I would just keep that in mind. Put that anger that she has, you need to like relate to that yourself. Either relating to that through a personal experience or just trying to understand that in this moment, you are Lucia and you are experiencing this anger that she is going through because your partner is not in the mood to fight this enemy that you need to fight to rank up in the system. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
I got this gold for my latest battle. I didn't actually get it for you or anything. I just had some extra change for my latest payout. What do you mean you're tired? We literally just started fighting. You're so weak. Get the hell up. We have a battle to win. Lucia, owner of the Dark Scythe. At battle. Let's win this one for real this time. You got that?
Try line 2 one more time, straight through.
Okay. What do you mean you're tired? We literally just started fighting. You're so weak. Get the hell up. We have a battle to win.
I would kind of take advantage of the exclamation points. Imagine she's kind of out of breath because maybe they are in the middle of fighting, and then the guy's kind of just like, you know what? Never mind. So she's kind of like, where are you going? So, or like, why are you tired? So imagine she's a little bit out of breath. So utilize those exclamation points. Either, take a deep breath or kind of just like.
Should the breathing be audible then?
Yes.
If she's meant to be out of breath? Okay. That's easy to do.
Okay. Let's do line 2 one more time.
Okay. What do you mean you're tired? We literally just started fighting. You're so weak. Get the hell up. We have a battle to win.
So what I just heard is you are changing your voice to nasally when you're out of breath. So instead of being like, what do you mean you're tired? You're like, what do you mean you're tired? Like you're kind of, you're sticking to your nose voice when you're talking with out of breath. So imagine, take one big like deep inhale and then you're exhaling when you're reading those lines. But you're kind of like, what do you mean you're tired? We literally you want to have that breath be coming out when you're talking because you're essentially trying to catch your breath.
Okay. Should I give it another shot then?
Yeah, one more time.
Okay. What do you mean you're tired? We literally just started fighting. You're so weak. Get the hell up. We have a battle to win. I don't know if this
one more
the
time.
Same thing.
Okay. So let's take in like scenario. So let's say, he's right next to her, or she's like, so let's say, okay, so we're gonna go through a full scene right here. So let's say that she's standing there, he's to her left, or her right, so he's to her right, and they're standing next to each other, and they're looking forward and seeing the huge enemy they have to battle, and he's basically like, ugh, I'm too tired for this, and he like sits on the ground. So then she's like, what do you mean? And then, maybe he's, sitting on the ground, and when she says, we literally just started fighting, she yanks her up from the ground, saying like, you're so weak, and then, or yanks her up when he says, get the hell up, we have a battle to win, and just like shoves him forward. And then because she shoves him forward, that's when the boss sees them and is like, ah! And then, yeah. So she's basically like, I'm not having it. We're fighting. Go. But she's not out of breath on this.
Okay. What do you mean you're tired? We literally just started fighting. You're so weak. Get the hell up. We have a battle to win.
A little bit slower. Keep in mind of the things that I said. So, for example, when she says, get the hell up, you want to hear her yanking somebody up. So when she says, like, get the hell up, you want to, like, hear that in the voice. Or get the hell up. Like, you want to have that grit in your voice of when you're essentially pulling or yanking something. And then when she says, we have a battle to win, she's pushing him. So we have a battle to win, push. Because he's heavy. He's whatever. Yeah. So imagine he's heavy.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, let's go one more time, keeping those in mind, inflictions and yada yada.
What do you mean you're tired? We literally just started fighting. You're so weak. Get the hell up. We have a battle to win.
I'm trying to think certain things I can critique. Let's be a bit slower on the beginning of like the what do you mean you're tired. I kind of want to hear imagine she's like clenching her fist like, what do you mean we're tired? And a little bit of a pause, and then it's like, we just started fighting, and then it's and then at that point she's like raising her hands above her head like, you're so weak. And then that's when she has her hands all the way above her head, and she throws him down, grabs his shirt, and is like, get up! And then is like, pushes him, like, we have a battle to win. So you really want to use your hand movements as well. Hand movements, facial expressions, those are very, very important in recording. So I'm going to ask you, are you using your hands when you're talking?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit? You do a lot.
I mean, I'm trying not to hit anything as I'm in a corner.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, well, my desk happens to be in a corner, and I don't just want to hit anything and break anything, as that happened yesterday. I nearly broke my whole laptop, so...
What if you... I'm imagining... I get what you mean. I'm in a corner too, but like my corner is a little bit far away. Like I reach out my hand, it's like right hit to the wall. If you turn away from the corner, are you able to bring your mic with you?
Yeah, probably.
Or what if you stand up? Are you sitting down?
I'm currently sitting, but I can kick my chair away.
Yeah, I would stand up and try this. Because if you're standing up, you can imagine a little bit better of him sitting down next to you, and you can kind of practice you going down and yanking him and grabbing him. I get what you mean, Nickel. My first booth, if you were over 5'3", you could not fit in my booth. It was very, very small. And then I used to always sit down for my recordings, and once I stood up, that was a crazy difference. Like, most of the time, people think that you can't really change much. I mean, okay, I'm trying to, like, think how I can... Okay, so I can do what I can do standing up now when I'm sitting down, kind of, but standing up, like, was allowing me to be able to do that, because I cannot... It's very hard for me to really realistically get angry when I'm sitting down, because, you know, you don't really have anger when you're sitting down. Like, you don't really yell at people when you're sitting down. Like, most of the time, all that built up anger has to go through all of your body. And it can't get through all of your body when, you know, you have your legs crossed or you're sitting down with, like, your hands on your lap. You can't have all that anger go through your body if you're sitting down. So when you're standing up, it helps so much better with using your body and, like, you know, your hands, even your legs, or, you know, facial expression. It helps so much more when you're standing up.
Okay.
Okay, is it set up?
Yeah, I've been standing for a little bit.
Okay. Can you do like a T pose? Do you hit anything?
No. With the exact angle on that, no.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna even imagine this like a live action right now. So, you know, when she says literally just started fighting, hands up in the air, and it's like, Finches, you're so weak, and then get the help, yanks down, grabs him, drags him up, pushes him forward, we have a battle to win. It's like, she's just so pissed off. She's like, had enough.
Mm-hmm.
So let's try that.
Okay. What do you mean you're tired? We literally just started fighting. You are so weak. Get the hell up. We have a battle to win.
More slow, more of a pause
Yes.
on the what you mean we're tired. I think you want to give a little bit of time, like even if it's like a 1 second, a little bit of time for her to kind of just like process, like, you're tired, what the hell? And then just kind of establish like what she's gonna do about it. And what she's gonna do about it is grab him and throw him into the fight. So
What do you mean you're tired? We literally just started fighting. You're so weak. Get the hell up. We have a battle to win.
give the you're so weak a period and a pause. Fully finish off that week. It's a little bit of a cutoff because you're going right into the new sentence. So let's start off at you're so weak and then go off from there.
You're so weak. Get the hell up. We have a... I skipped it. I think.
No, you didn't.
You're so weak. Get the hell up. We have a battle to win.
I need more of that built up anger being pushed out and we have a battle to win. Like, we have a battle to win and shove him out. Cause at that point, she's like, she's explaining to him now, like, we have this battle that we need to win. We need to fight this. And I'm not gonna let you sit here and be a lazy ass and just, do what you want to do because I need to win this. Like, I don't care if you don't want to, I need to because this is important to me. And I can't do it without you. Although since she's a tsundere, she's not going to say, like, oh, I need you. She's not going to do that. Because that's not how she rolls. But she's telling him, we got to do this. Because if we don't, I'm going to beat you up. So.
Should I start from You're So Weak then, I guess? Or...
Let's start from the beginning.
What do you mean you're tired? We literally just started fighting. You're so weak. Get the hell up. We have a battle to win.
Are you using the hand movements?
Yeah, to the best of my abilities. Like I said, I don't know how to be angry.
I get what you mean. That was the same for me for earlier. I'm trying to think, like, what techniques can I give? Can you get louder?
Yes, but I don't really intend to, as my dad is currently sleeping.
That would probably explain it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't realize it a lot of times, when you are aware that there's somebody, either if it's a neighbor or parents, if you're aware that somebody is either listening in or someone you don't want to make too much noise to wake them up, even if you like don't realize, like, even if you're not like intentionally being quiet, you might find yourself being quiet or holding yourself back because of that. When I used to sing, when I lived with my parents, when I lived with my mom and my brother, when I was singing, I was so held back and I tried so hard to get better, and I just could not understand why it was so hard for me to sing higher and like sing louder and sing all these notes. Once I moved out and I started moving into my own apartment and I sang by myself, I'm a rock star because now I know that nobody listens to me. Like, I'm talking so loud right now, and that's kind of just formed into who I am. Because back then I was so quiet and I really did not talk that much because I knew that my parents would be listening in on me, and I don't want that. So your voice just kind of automatically talks quieter and restricts itself even if you don't realize it. So in that sense, you need to like forget about your dad. Imagine your dad is not at home, and just, you gotta be loud.
Okay.
Oh yeah, or they say look outside. What? Or I don't know. Pretend you're saying it to me. Pretend right now I'm like, oh no, I don't want to battle. Nah. But this is important to you. And now you're angry because I don't want to do it.
What do you mean you're tired? We literally just started fighting. You're so weak. Get the hell up. We have a battle to win.
Let's avoid more of the breathiness. It's coming off a lot on the weak. It's like, you're so weak. Wow, I just sounded just like you. Oh, I'm so good. So let's try and avoid that. I want to hear more of, you're so weak. Like, kind of just like, you want to get that grit up anger in your voice. Try to avoid the breathy and use more of your chest voice. So remember, try doing, I want to see how low you can go in. Are you acting in your normal voice? I assume so, right?
I'm doing it slightly above what this would be, just by a little bit.
Okay, can you do, we're gonna try a vocal activity. We're gonna do Mami Mumemo. So,
I know that one really, really, really well.
So I want to try doing that where we're gonna go lower. So I want to try to hear you do Mami Mumemo on like, I can't think of any notes off the top of my head. So let's do I wish I bought that piano. I don't have the piano. So let's try Mami Mumemo.
Okay, so it's not the whole thing.
That's what I do.
I know
It's just-
a
and then you go
longer
down.
version of it.
Oh, I don't know that one. I need a piano to do it. Okay, so how about you just start off doing Mami Mumemo, or however you do it, and then you just go down, because I want to see how low you can go with it.
This is probably as deep as I can go. I already know how deep I can go, which is around generally all the way down here, easily being able to put expression into it without having to like spend 10 minutes getting my voice to go lower.
Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you just do this for me? Ha! Can you do that for me?
Yes.
You gotta build it up. I get what you mean.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to take so long doing this. I didn't think being angry would be
No, I get what you
hard.
mean. It's when I was doing a class like 2 months ago, I was working with Jose Sandoval, who is one of the ADR directors for One Piece, and he straight up told me to just do that. And I'm like, "Huh? What? Like, you want me to do what?" So I totally get what you mean. It takes a second to like actually understand. But so imagine you're like you're heaving and you're huffing. So a way to realistically do it, imagine you're pushing something. So you're like, ha! You're like, or yanking something, kind of like how we did with the when you're like yanking him and pushing him in the scene.
Why am I laughing at this? I'm sorry.
No, I get what you mean. I would be anxious too, because then I'm like, oh, what if I don't do it right? But honestly, it's just huh. Can you do low like that? So you kind of like you open up your one more time. I was talking.
That's
Not too much like not like really your teeth. You want to go ha ha. Or imagine, kick battle. Ha! 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 Something like that. Because I want to hear if you can go down to an extent.
Out of my area. Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah. So you sound different than when you usually talk. Now, can you talk with that? With that technique that you used for that? Where you go, ha! Have you ever had the time? Because when you go down, it changes your vocal preference. Can you talk using that method?
Yeah, I could try.
Yes, try it.
Is there anything you'd want me to say with it, or no?
I have no idea. Try... I guess try with line 2. I don't know. Or try the huh first, and then go into it. So imagine she's in the middle of battling. So she's like, ha! I forgot the line. So, yeah.
Ha! What do you mean you're Oh, God. That sounded...
Yeah, you see what I mean? That comes off generally with the very, like, nasally tone that you have, because you're used to acting with that nasally tone. So I'm trying to get you to get out of that, too, because I think that you have a pretty good range. You're just stuck and used to using that nasally tone. So we got to get you out of that. So let's try that karate chop again, and then go into what do you mean you're tired. We'll just do what do you mean you're tired. We won't go further than that.
Huh! What do you mean you're tired? Closer or down
Go
low?
to the chest voice. So you go, ha! And you want to, okay, so imagine, you're doing like a big, like you're going, ha! Like you do like a big, like you're doing a big exhale. You have to use it with your voice. So, ha!
The issue is, my normal voice is like my middle range of my chest voice. So it's definitely challenging to go crazy deeper than that, but...
How you're talking now?
Yeah, this is like towards my like middle range of my chest voice. I generally just speak lower a lot of the time.
That sounds more, it doesn't really sound like a chest voice to me.
I mean, it sort of does. I just don't go really deep all the time. So it's, unless I like warm up for it, it's like middle-ish or somewhere in my chest voice. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think. So, I don't know. Okay, give me like your interpretation then. Let's say, you're shoving something, you're doing a karate chop. How would you do that?
I was gonna kick someone and not be quiet about it. Ha! Like I kind of did before.
Okay.
I
Can
was
you
moving
do
with it.
instead of a huh? Can you do like a Well, see, I'm trying to think because you're doing like huh. I want to do huh. I want to hear more like down. So you're going huh. I want to hear the inflation go huh, like more downwards.
Huh!
There you go. Can you talk with that, or just do it over and over again?
Huh! What do you mean you're tired? Sort of not. I'm not
No, you're thinking you're going too fast in the line. Do the chop, pause it like a little bit, and then go into the line.
Huh! What do you mean you're tired?
Faster. You need a more lengthy karate chop. Like a little bit like longer.
Huh!
Not like huh,
What do
like,
you mean you're tired?
oh.
It's completely fine if you say you give up, as I don't know if we're going to get anywhere in a reasonable amount of time.
I know, I'm just trying to think of like how I don't know. Imagine, okay. Impersonate an old man. Do that.
Get off my lawn!
No, do the line as an old man.
What do you mean you're tired? We literally just started fighting! You're so weak! Get the hell up! We have a battle to win!
Okay,
And now get off my lawn!
No, do I want to hear more of a breath in that, because how you're doing it is kind of like what do you mean you're tired? I want to hear what do you mean you're tired? Like I want to hear like what do you mean? Like what do you mean you're tired? Like I want to hear like outwards. Cuz you're doing your voice inwards. I want outwards.
What do you mean you're tired? We literally just started fighting! You're so weak! Get the hell up! We have a battle! I did not sound angry. Or old, I didn't sound old. Get the hell up! We have a battle to win!
Well, no, you don't need to sound old. But look, that's a whole new range you just got there. For like a more young adult woman.
Mm-hmm.
You see that? A whole new range. So, with that in mind, with that we just did, which did sound like a young adult female and not an old man, which is what I wanted, let's try line 3 with that in mind.
You mean 2 or 3? Curious.
3.
Okay. Lucia, owner of the Dark Scythe, at battle. Let's win this one for real this time. You got that?
You kind of went back up again. I want to keep in mind the old man.
Lucia, owner of the Dark Scythe, at battle. Let's win this one for real this time. You got that?
Okay, now do it how you would normally do it.
For
Line 3. Like normal voice. Or how you did it before.
Lucia, owner of the Dark Scythe, at battle. Let's win this one for real this time. You got that?
Good. Okay, so there is a little bit of a jump. Ideally, I wish we could try to figure out a little bit lower, but it is still a range. I do think that is definitely a step forward. I think that working with anger definitely helps bring out lower tones, because when people are angry, they tend to have lower tones. So I think working with anger definitely does help. I would suggest there's probably videos online you can watch about how to convey being angry. Not to say that they would actually be useful, because I have not seen any of them, but it is probably worth watching them, or watching like plays where people get angry to like show them, you know, when they're like pissed off, or how they use their hand movements to also show how they're angry. Maybe you could take advantage of that too. I would suggest doing those. But what I want to do, let's go through lines 1 through 3 one last time with that old man voice. Quote unquote old man.
I got this gold for my latest battle. I didn't actually get it for you or anything. I just had some extra change for my latest payout. I said the right word, totally. What do you mean you're tired? We literally just started fighting. You're so weak. Okay. Get the hell up. We have a battle to win. Lucia, owner of the dark side at battle. Let's win this one for real this time. You got that?
Okay. Good job. Thank you. One thing I want to say should work on anger. Be more aware of your nasally tone. That is something that can be taken of, can be both an advantage and a disadvantage. In this sense of you trying to be angry, I think it is a disadvantage. I would definitely try to figure out how you can utilize it, but also alter from it. One thing I would look into, do you have a swollen nose?
What do you mean by swollen nose?
Like, it gives off, like, a natural, like, nasally tone, like a more, like, nasally tone, kind of like this.
Probably just slightly, but not a whole lot sometimes. When I go a lot higher, it can be heard a lot easier.
I would, because I used to have that, because I used to act a little bit like you did back in, like, 2017, and I got checked with the ear, throat, and nose doctor, and I got diagnosed with a swollen nose. I actually have not done anything, because when I got it fixed, my nose was so clear, I couldn't breathe with my nose, so the doctor was like, okay, we'll just ignore it then. So, I would... If you think that, like, if you kind of overview your voice some more and you think that with your nose it might be a disadvantage, I would suggest maybe going to the doctor to see if that might be the issue for your nasally tone. But I do think that, kind of like what I did, I think that you can get around with it if you learn how to master your chest voice.
Okay.
So I would keep that in mind, but till next time. Goodbye, Miss Frida. Okay, who's our next sacrifice? Oh, it's Scorp. I thought you were gonna do one today, Scorp. Scorp even here? Scorp! Oh, you are here.
Hello?
Hello. I thought you said you were gonna do one.
Yeah, I had a bit of noise going on earlier. I think it's better now.
Okay. Ooh. I haven't done someone do Patrick before. Alright,
Yeah, that
any
one stuck
questions
out
or
to me.
concerns about Patrick?
So I wonder, like, the line delivery. Is he, like, projecting a
have
lot,
braces?
like, yelling? I don't, actually.
You do or you don't?
I don't.
Is it a lisp?
Oh, it could be. I think I have a DS around. Let me turn it off. Okay, is that better?
I do not know. Anyway, what were you saying?
I was wondering if he, like, projects a lot, if he's yelling in those lines.
Say yelling for me one more time.
Yelling.
Huh. I can't. Okay. I'm not sure. Lonnie actually wrote this character, so if you want to interpret it that way, you totally can, because it doesn't say if he's yelling or not yelling, so it's really totally up to you to choose if he wants to yell or not. If you think that he's a yelly character, go for it. That's totally fine.
Yeah, I read it more as, like a very even tone. You know, like those raspy anime voices where they're just
Oh, I see what
like
it is.
Seto
It's
Kaiba.
it's your S's. Your S's come off as like a little bit of tongue.
A little bit of tongue.
Yeah. But that's okay. All right, let's try. Do you have any questions or concerns about anything else?
Would there be a way for you to suggest me to change that for articulating better?
Unfortunately, I'm not really a pronunciation person. I know that Mark knows pretty good about that, but he's more like accent stuff, not really like, especially like not really in American accents. I would have to see your face to probably assist with that. I did that last time. There was somebody that was hard with their R's. So I was helping them, and I was like looking at, their mouth and how they use their tongue and yada yada to help them with that. So that would have to be something for another day to really work that out. So for now, I'll ignore it. So we'll just stick with what you have for now and go off of that.
Okay. So we're ready to just go on with it?
Yep.
Alright, starting with his lines. You think you can beat me in a 1v1, Shrimp? You are the king of the court. You've got this. No need to worry. You're a really good player, Small Fry. Almost as good as me.
So you asked if he was yelling, and I said that was up to you, so I was kind of expecting him to be loud. Was that just like a question on if you wanted me to have him yell?
Yeah, because I read like the character would speak, Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh, like the sort of egotistical but projecting a little bit, like get a little bit of a gruff in their voice.
With how the lines that you did, I don't think it was loud enough. Like when you said yelling, I thought you meant like yelling, but I think you need to be louder for them.
Okay.
Because he's not having like general conversation. These are all like confident stuff and, like whatever. He's sporty and annoying.
Okay, I can try to make it a little louder the next one.
Yeah, so shoot lines, let's do 1 and 3.
1 and 3?
Yeah.
You think you can beat me in a 1v1, Shrimp? You're a really good player, Small Fry. Almost as good as me.
Let's, so although that they have, commas before Shrimp and Small Fry, he is calling somebody Shrimp and he's calling somebody Small Fry. So keeping that in mind, we don't need that much of a pause after the commas. It's just there because grammatically you put a comma before you say somebody's name. So let's try them one more time with that in mind.
You think you can beat me in a 1v1, Shrimp? You're a really good player, Small Fry. Almost as good as me.
I need that self-confidence. He's saying that this Small Fry is almost as good as him. I need to hear that. I need to hear that confidence where he's like, almost as good as me. Like, I want to hear that. That deadpan at the end of me, that's not realistic because nobody would talk like that when they're basically saying that they're better. So, let's do line 3 one more time.
Line 3 only?
Yeah, just line 3.
You're a really good player, Small Fry. Almost as good as me.
One more time.
You're a really good player, Small Fry. Almost as good as me.
I want it to be a little bit more louder. So imagine he plays basketball. So imagine how he's in the middle of playing a basketball game and the opposing team is the Small Fry person and Patrick is playing offense and, or or no, he's playing. Let's say he's playing defense, and he's near the court, the net, and Small Fry's coming through with the ball and like dodged Patrick, and he's now coming back at him doing yada yada yada. It's like, wow, you're really good, but you're almost as good as me. Like, and then he yanks the ball and hits the shoot because it was kind of like his little like, you thought you had me, but you're wrong, before he beat Small Fry. But he's out of breath because he's like chasing him, trying hard, stuff like that.
Gotcha. So, do I project more of the out of breath just in the words, or should there be any, like, before and after the speech?
What do you mean?
Like, does he talk like in a very like labored tone, or like
In a what tone?
like a labored tone? Like, if somebody's genuinely out of breath and they're just barely able to get the words out.
No, I wouldn't say that. I'd say it's because he's like running to catch up to Small Fry. So maybe just have like a big exhale before he starts talking.
Okay.
And then maybe like one more after he says Small Fry.
I see. So one more on line 3.
Yep.
And just make it a bit louder, like it's being shouted at someone.
Yep.
You're a really good player, Small Fry. Almost as good as me.
I want a little bit more of a pause after Small Fry because this is essentially his game point. He's saying like, wow, you're really good, but you're almost as good as me. And it's kind of like his evil part where he's like, ha ha ha, you thought. And he grabs the ball from Small Fry and shoots the shot and he wins. So you want to have that emotional change where, he's trying to, the first part, the really good player, Small Fry, that was pretty good. But once it gets to you're almost as good as me or whatever, that needs to have like that emotional change where that's when he becomes self-absorbed again.
A little bit more drama.
Yeah. It has like that dramatic suspense stop.
Gotcha. I'll go for it again. You're a really good player, Small Fry. Almost as good as me.
I want to hear it like, I want to hear the emphasis on me, not the almost. So let's go through that one more time.
You're a really good player, Small Fry. Almost as good as me.
Go down on the me, not up. Let's try the almost as good as me, just that part.
Almost as good as me.
So say almost as good as me. Just
Almost
straight
as
down.
good as me.
Yeah, but like more like louder.
Almost as good as me.
Yeah, but we gotta good, but then we need to have that more self-absorbed confidence that he's now expressing.
Almost as good as me.
A little bit faster.
Almost as good as me.
Have it flow a little bit better. Don't have that little bit pause between as and me.
Almost as good as me.
A little bit faster.
Almost as good as me.
Okay, full line.
You're a really good player, Small Fry. Almost as good as me.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. For the point of it, let's do line 2 one more time. Go, rolling. Oh, sorry. Line 2.
You are the king of the court. You've got this. No need to worry.
Longer pause between court and you've got this.
You are the king of the court. You've got this. No need to worry.
Little louder.
You are the king of the court. You've got this. No need to worry.
Let's do emphasis on king, not on court or you.
You are the king of the court. You've got this. No need to worry.
I need it faster. He's a very sporty basketball player. They talk fast. Got to get that fast in there.
You are the king of the court. You've got this. No need to worry.
Good. Okay. Good job. I think you got it down. So let's do lines 1 through 3 one more time, and then that'll wrap it up.
1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
You think you can beat me in a 1v1, shrimp? You are the king of the court. You've got this. No need to worry. You're a really good player, small fry. Almost as good as me.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. And goodbye. Okay, next up. I might have to go a little bit faster, as you probably noticed with Scorp. I was kind of just saying what to do, and then he would talk right after, because because we've only gone through 4 people. We've been doing this for an hour and a half now. So, I might just do, I might say what some people do. Like, for example, when I do live direction a lot of times, they'll say, okay, roll in, which basically means say your line, or here, that's what I'll do. I'll do, like, what they kind of do with ADR stuff. I'll say, okay, roll in, which just means you go, or I'll say, more angry, wild. Well, I'm probably not gonna say wild, but I'll just say, like, more angry, and then after I say more angry, do it again, more angry. So I'm not gonna, like, probably not go in depths as much anymore, because I want to get these through and get more people to do stuff. So, pressure's on more now. That's why you should always ask to go first, because earlier on, I talk more, and now that I've been doing this for a while, I don't give as much advice, and now I just go super fast. Why did the guy with the AirPods that doesn't have the mic apply again? Call me Thee. Oh, there we go.
Hi.
Zeal Sound Standing Microphone. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, Zeal Sound. Yeah, it's I'm getting a new one. Don't worry, it won't be an issue for long.
Okay. Alright, any questions or concerns about Valerie?
No, none currently.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Are you using that mic right now?
Yes, I am.
Okay. It has...
I noticed it has a bit of a scratch. It's obnoxious.
Yeah.
I'm getting a new one.
Do you know why it has that? Is it a USB mic?
No, it uses, here's the thing. It uses USB and a audio jack. It shouldn't sound like this.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
Like, so for the power, it uses USB. For the audio connection, it uses a...
What do you mean,
yeah,
audio
cord.
connection?
Like, okay, so... well, there's 2 slots in the back for an audio jack. There's one for an audio jack and one for a USB.
An interface? Wait.
Huh?
Hold on. I'm gonna Google this.
I could probably just take a photo.
Oh my god, it's one of these. No fucking way.
It's one. Wait.
These are the best microphones ever. I love these China dropship company mics.
Yeah,
Oh my fucking god.
I'm getting a podcast.
What the hell is this? What the fuck?
I'm getting a quadcast. This won't be an issue for long.
That is the weirdest setup. What the hell? Okay, weird. Wait, why are you getting a quadcast?
Someone recommended it to me.
Who?
Someone in the server.
Where?
Like, it was just a random. We were in VC. Is it not a good microphone?
They're wrong. What? Wait, what's your microphone budget?
Well, I'm thinking more like 60 below. But I'm also getting some panels and such.
How much for the microphone?
I haven't ordered it yet, but this quadcast is like, holy shit, this quadcast is expensive. It's 97, so I'll probably look for a different version of it.
If you're gonna pay 97 for a quadcast, you might as well just save up money to get an AT2020 and a interface.
Like, I don't want to get something as expensive as this. What would be a better option for like a maybe $60
See,
microphone?
when you're saying you don't want to get something as expensive as that, that is the cheapest microphone ever.
I see.
Like, that $100 is a cheap microphone. The microphone that I'm using is $100 on my desk. The microphone and setup that I have total in my booth is like $800.
Okay then. Could you like just message me what microphone you did buy? Because it sounds nice, but I am setting up panels for my booth, but I don't have that prepared quite yet.
Well, the problem is also that the microphone that I have is paired with a $300 interface. So
I see.
the best that I say, I'm pretty sure Frida had it. It's the AT2020 with the Behringer Euphoria UM2. That is the setup that I always recommend for beginners with a budget. It is about $160. It is Mark, can you link the kit.co kit, the starter kit? The only thing that Mark, I think the affiliate links don't even work anymore because remember they like terminated my account and then like I made the new one. I fucking hate Amazon affiliates.
I don't want to take up too much of your time looking for this, but I'm ready to get started if you're willing to accept this microphone.
The problem with this sound, I do not think I can concentrate with it because it's overpowering your voice.
Okay, of course. I can
Is there any way you can do it without the mic? Like do a different microphone?
The best thing I've got as a runner-up is my regular phone audio.
That would be better as long as it doesn't have the buzzing.
All right, give me. Well, I'd have to.
Mark, shut up! I'm telling them to use their phone.
Okay, I'll join on my phone. Give me just 1 second.
Okay, Sonata, don't recommend them the toner mic. That is another Chinese dropship mic. Any microphone that is less than $30 is like 95% chance a Chinese dropship mic. If you get it from, even if you get it from Amazon, most of the mics you get on Amazon for cheap, those are all dropship companies.
I see. Is this better?
Yeah, that's better.
Nice. 1 second, I need to drink. I am not quite sure, like, the distance I should hold it. Just let me know if you want the mic closer or not.
That's fine how it is.
Okay.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
You do not disturb me while I'm concentrating or suffer the consequences. Understood? What makes you think you're more important than what I'm doing right now? Leave my office and come back whenever you have something useful. I totally read that right.
Okay, good. I like the rasp to it, the mature is there. I would say maybe a little bit more intimidating. I want to have more like intimidating and a little bit of anger towards it. Because she's the CEO, she's a big deal, and, you know, maybe everyone's terrified of her, because she's just, you know, like, everything she says goes. So, you know, if she says, you know, get out of my office, you're fired, you know, you're fired. So, you know, they always got to get on her good side. So I want to hear them one more time, and honestly, I don't even think there's that much to critique other than that. I think you chose a good character that fits you.
Thank you. You do not disturb me while I'm concentrating, or suffer the consequences. Understood? What makes you think you're more important than what I'm doing right now? Leave my office and come back when you have something useful.
Yeah. Good. I like it.
Neat.
I'm gonna put you on a slow. I'm gonna have you do.
Yeah, I get my voice can be more seductive than demanding. Thank you.
I want to hear you do Haley, and I want it to be a cold read.
Haley, which
It's Hay, Hayley.
medium, low. All right, I'm ready. Hey, I'm trying to start at this cool punk band. Want to join? You don't really have a choice. A Fall Out Boy is way better than Paramore?
Paramore.
Fall Out Boy is way better than Paramore. Anyone who disagrees is totally a poser with no life. Good luck, gals. Rock their worlds. They'll thank you.
So you're kind of taking in that more seductive tone also with Haley. I want you to try to avoid that. So Haley is like a punk star rock. When I wrote Haley, I imagined like Rainbow Dash from My Little Pony. So I would keep that in mind. I want to hear line 3.
No.
But not so mature. Kind of like, yeah, you got this. Kind of more like that.
I think just give me like a second to workshop the voice.
Good luck, gals. Rock their worlds. Thank you. Oh, fuck.
One more time.
Good luck, gals. Rock their worlds. They'll thank you.
Go up on the they'll thank you. So like they'll thank you. Go more like
They'll thank you.
Okay. Go through it one more time.
Good luck, gals. Rock their worlds. They'll thank you. Fuck. I accidentally went back to the seductive.
Yeah. Gotta go up.
Alright. Good luck, gals. Rock their worlds. They'll thank you.
I need a more excited tone. Like she's really excited for her friends to perform on stage. And she's like, you know, giving them her good lucks. You know, they're getting ready, they're nervous, and she's just telling them, like, don't be nervous, you know, you got this, good luck. Just that.
Good luck, gals. Rock their worlds. They'll thank you.
I don't want to. Let's try to avoid the they'll thank. Like, you kind of like. Your voice is kind of like spinning in a circle, essentially. I just want to hear, like, they'll thank you. Can you say that for me, just general? Like, they'll thank you.
They'll thank
One more time.
They'll
They'll thank you.
They'll thank you.
Say thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's kind of.
They'll thank you. I'm kind of like with the you. I'm kind of looping back around. I'm changing
it's like you're kind of saying it like thank you. Like I can't do it, but it's like I just want like general, just flat out thank you. Like it's like some like general like AI bot, just like thank you, very just flat to the point. One more time.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. That in mind, very flat, not really too much of mature or the roundabout, whatever. Do line 3 one more time.
Good luck, gals. They'll rock your world. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Keep misreading these. Good luck, gals. Rock their worlds. They'll thank you.
One more time without the roundabout.
Good luck, gals. Rock their worlds. They'll thank you.
Okay, that was good. Just one more time. I want to go up on the U.
Okay. Good luck, gals. Rock their worlds. They'll thank you.
Without the roundabout on the they'll?
They'll thank you.
They'll.
I don't think I'm doing it there. Hold on. They'll thank you.
They'll thank you. It's like you're going
Okay.
like it's like they'll thank you. I want to hear just they'll thank you.
They'll thank you.
Yeah. One more time, line 3.
Good luck, gals. Rock their worlds. They'll thank you.
Okay. Good job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ha 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 ha. Sacrifice is over. Oh, who's next? I kind of want water. Oh, that's Yagoy. Yagoy's not here anymore. Flores Willow. I see you. Okay. Did you ask? Ugh, quadcast. Yuck. Okay, get ready, Flores. I'm gonna get water really quickly. I'm gonna leave my mic on as Ian follows me. Actually, I'm gonna go feed Ian since I'm also getting up. Okay, let's go, Ian. Come on. I just remembered that I have this funky fruit punch. Got the Donald Duck fruit punch. Okay. Let me get Flores in here. Oh, boy.
Hello.
Can I even open? Ooh, can I open my fruit punch? Oh boy. I have band-aids on my fingers right now. Cause Ian scratched me like crazy last night.
That's not good.
What the hell? I literally can't get it open. Yo, my fruit punch. How am I supposed to drink it? Mark, can you fly to Texas for me to open this? I do. I literally can't get like a grip on it at all. My hand is red. And I also have band-aids on, so I can't. Oh my god. This is literally a child's drink. What? You stab it? Oh my god. I used to do that with water bottles all the time. Oh, this is like a hard top. I don't think I could do that. Oh, I did it. Oh! Oh boy, it's cracked. Oh my god. Oh, it's like filled to the brim. Goddamn. This is not working. Not well, at least. Oh, nah. Do not get that. Those panels are so yucky. All of like the people that's if anybody recommends that to you, they don't know shit about acoustic treatment. I'm telling you straight up. I've seen like so many people recommend that, and then it's so bad. This is not doing me well at all. I should have just opened it regularly. Because I can't really squirt it. Can I get an F in the chat? Why can't I get it open? This is the worst fucking kid drink ever. Right? I'm never buying this fucking drink again. Come on, man. I just want to drink water. I just want to drink something. Oh, I left my... Fuck! Hold on. Am I gonna get a cup? I'm just gonna pour it into the cup. Ouch. Okay. I got my cup. Oh my god. It is like not pouring in like at all. Very slowly. Oh my god. Okay. It's still not all of it's out, but it's at the top for my cup. This doesn't even taste that good. Ugh. Fuck you, Donald Duck. All right. Anyway. Each one, Isabel. All right. You still here?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Any questions or concerns about Isabel?
Nope. I did plan to do a lower pick, like doing a lower tone, but I ended up doing a medium high just because I feel like I sound trying way too hard when I do a lower tone.
Do the lower one.
All right. See. May I start?
Yep.
All right. If we focus on the fibers at hand, Lucia had to have been here. Let's investigate. I didn't ask you what your favorite candy is. I'm trying to do some research here. Kai doesn't want you here either. This is something I've never seen before. What the? My device is off the radar.
Hold on 1 second. Somebody... The fuck? Some smartass DM'd me. Hold on. Let me type this out and then I'll explain it. Some smartass sent me the link to a voice acting server in this server and told me to join it. I'm like, no, I'm not. What? Bye. I love it when people do that. It's literally like a general expectation to not advertise Discord servers in people's DMs, and then I love it when people message it to the owner. Like, wow, you're so cool. I would love to join that server. Exactly. Okay, anyway, I want to hear a bit more of, like, a horrified to line 3, because she is usually a very monotone character. She does not have, like, too many emotions. She doesn't really express much, but in line 3, something really unexpected happens. Like, she's not prepared for it, so she kind of, like, goes a little bit off character and kind of has a little bit more emotion than, like, she ever would, where it's kind of like, what's happening? But I do like the voice that you did give for her, so I would stick with that. So I want to hear line 3 one more time.
All right. This is something I've never seen before. What the? My device is off the radar.
I need more of that horrified. Like, she's in shock. Like, imagine she's looking down right now at her device and sees that it's going crazy. Like, you know, kind of like when you're watching like shows, if they have like a rocket ship or something and the rocket ship's going like beep 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 and it's like red and everything, and that's kind of like what's happening with her device. So she's like, what's going on? What's happening? It's kind of not like that at all. Not how I did it, but you know what I mean.
Yes. All right. This is something I've never seen before. What the? My device is off the radar.
Good. The only critique I have is the way that you say before. I need that to be a little bit more shock too, because she's basically saying she's never seen something like this before and she doesn't know what to do. So let's just have it go through one more time. That's the only thing I would want to hear changed.
All right. This is something I've never seen before. What the? My device is off the radar.
Okay. Let's do line 2. Let's do line 2 one more time. Actually, let's do 1 through 3 just one more time, and then we can probably go off from there.
Yep. If we focus at the fibers at hand, Lucia had to have been here. Let's investigate. I didn't ask you what your favorite candy is. I'm trying to do some research here. Kai doesn't want you here either. This is something I've never seen before. What the? My device is going off the radar.
Line 2, remember, she's very monotone. So, do you know Wednesday? I know they had a new Netflix film come out.
Yeah.
She's a little bit like Wednesday, but not in like the creepy way. Just like her tone is very monotone, not very emotional. So that's kind of like how line 2 would be, where you can hear that she's irritated, but it's not in a way that she's like getting louder. It's just like deadpan silent. But you can kind of or like she wouldn't show it in her expression. She would just sound a little bit angry.
All right.
So let's do line 2 one more time.
All right. I didn't ask you what your favorite candy is. I'm trying to do some research here. Kai doesn't want you here either.
Good. Okay. I think that's a wrap. Caesar salad wrap.
Woohoo!
We're probably not gonna have time, but if you attend another one of these, I think you should do Stella.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye. You're going to the cell.
Goodbye.
Sacrificed. Okay, now we have Little Red Vixen. Who? Oh, burp. Oh my god. I found you. Hello.
Okay, I'm not too sure if my mic can hear me, or you can hear me, or my mic is too loud or too low.
It's fine. It just sounds a little bit funky. It kind of has like a weird cutout in the middle of it sometimes.
Oh god, 1 second. Does this sound better?
No. It's like, I don't know. Okay, here, wait. Here, I'm gonna do a playback for you. Think of a sentence and then just say it.
I really like cabbages. Oh, I see.
Yeah, do you hear what it is? Yeah.
It could be because of a bad connection. Could I
you have a
still
USB
do the
mic?
thing?
Do you have a USB mic?
Yeah.
It's always USBs. Yeah, we can still do it. I'll try to avoid it.
Okay.
See, Alicia.
So sorry if I'm nervous. I've never done this before, and I'm scared.
It's okay. All right. Any
Okay.
questions or concerns about Alicia?
No.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. I wish I could just talk to him. What would he see in me? I haven't talked to anyone since junior high. Surely he's noticed.
Yeah, and then you should just roll into line 2. Just one pause and
okay.
then go into line 2.
Okay. He must have Sorry. He must think I'm a creep. Why am I so arrogant? He wants nothing to do with someone like me. No one in this school does. Huh? You're talking to me? Well,
I do not think that Alicia suits you. Is this a character you wanted to try that was new, or?
Oh, shoot. 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I had an Alexa going on. When I did the recording of my voice for this voice, it sounded like the crowd had like most for me when I recorded it. So I don't know what's going on here. It might be because like I'm like very nervous.
Well, I'm thinking in the perspective of, because Alicia is very breathy and very shy. I think you were a little bit you sounded too much of like a regular female high school student for Alicia.
Yeah.
Like she's quirky and shy and like, I think of her as she's never talked to a person in her life and has like one singular friend. But to me, I felt it was a little bit too social. So I'm gonna say, I think try Penelope, because Penelope is your very stereotypical bubbly high school girl.
Okay, Penelope. Let me just try to find her.
She is the blondie with the green dress.
Okay, blondie with green dress.
Also, if you're on computer, if you do
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Control F, you
I
can
see.
find
Yeah.
it.
Okay. I just
Let's
couldn't
try.
read what she said.
Let's try cold reading it. So just go through. Just roll in.
Okay.
Just do it.
No way! I had no idea you were so talented at mathematics. Carson, you have to start teaching me what you know. I cannot wait for this weekend. You and I are going to have so much fun. I can hardly contain my excitement. How can you throw everything away so easily? Everything you've done worked for and so hard for. You're going to give up just like that?
Yeah, those characters suit you a lot better, especially that emotional scene. That was super good. Have you done voice acting before? Acting in general?
Kinda. It's like I have auditioned for some roles, however, I haven't heard back from them, so I don't know if I've gotten into them. So, yeah.
I'd fix that mic quality first.
God, not the mic.
But yeah, I think characters like this definitely suits you. I think the more shy characters could suit you. I think that just needs a little bit more practice. But I do think that Penelope is definitely a character that does suit you.
Okay.
But yeah, let's do lines 1 and 2 one more time, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay. No way! I had no idea you were so talented at mathematics, Carson. You have to start teaching me what you know. I cannot wait for this weekend. You and I are going to have so much fun. I can hardly contain my excitement.
Good. All right. Thank you. Oh my god, why are you guys asking where the character document is? I'm losing. If you look at pins, it's literally there too. Although that's the wrong form, but there's a bit.ly for them as well. There's character practice. I have one for commercial as well, although I didn't mention it for this one. But if you guys want to do commercial, we can do commercial. Someone find the form and send it. I'm too lazy. Okay. Well, if they can't find the form, then... Well, no, the form isn't on pin messages. No, I'm unpinning that because it's not relevant anymore. There we go. Yippee! Okay, next up. That Max guy.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay. Does the mic work? Can you hear me well?
Yep. When angry, does he pretend to keep his cool? What do you mean by that?
Like, especially for line 3, it's like, just stay put, or this is just stay put, like...
Well, it says he's angry whispering, so...
Okay.
It wouldn't be the second one because he's quiet because he's whispering.
That's a better way to put it. Like, is he whispering because he needs to, or is he whispering because he just doesn't want to yell?
Honestly, that's really up to your own interpretation, but how I viewed it at least, it's kind of just, it's like, it's like he's whispering because he doesn't want other people to hear him. It's kind of like, you know how when you're like walking down the hall and let's say,
Yeah.
for example, you know, you'll be walking down the hall and your bully walks by you and your bully will be like, sleep with one eye open tonight. Is like whispering in your ear to like terrify you. It's kind of like that. It's
Yeah.
kind of just like whispering in the
Okay.
ear. They're walking down the hall, just so no one else hears them.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they
Got
should
it.
have the exclamation points there. Although, I don't know. Line 2 and line 3 are very similar. I didn't write this. Lonnie wrote this character. I should probably fix it. But, yeah. Just do it how you want.
Okay. Should I start?
Mm-hmm.
Are you really questioning me right now? Move. I don't have time for your games. Just stay put. You're getting in my way.
Can you do line 1 one more time? I need that more of annoyance.
Are you really questioning me right now?
I need more anger. Like, imagine he's like essentially shocked that somebody is questioning him. So maybe someone's like accusing him of something, like stealing, I don't know, stealing like some girl's lip gloss, and then the, you know, teacher's asking, you know, questions to Xavier. So he's like, are you, like, he's like shocked. Like, why are you questioning me? I wasn't even here, or something like that. I don't know. But it's just like
Okay.
shocked and angry.
Okay. Are you really questioning me right now?
Okay. Let's try line 3 one more time.
Just stay put. You're getting in my way.
Can you try saying put?
Put.
So it's kind of saying, you're kind of saying like put. Can you do put? Put? Put?
Sorry, I hope my Italian accent doesn't go too much.
It's just that
through the-
word specifically, it throws it off a little bit. Cause when you're saying put, it doesn't really sound angry. It's like, it sounds like poop.
Okay. Okay, got it.
So I'd keep that in mind. Maybe say it a little bit faster. Maybe that might help.
Mm-hmm. Just stay put. You're getting in my way.
Yeah, so you're saying like, that's my drink. You're kind of saying like, put. Wow, it sounds like I'm peeing. Yeah, kind of just say like, stay put. So instead of put, like put.
Less emphasis on the T.
Yeah.
Okay. Just stay put. You're getting in my way.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, I think that's about it. His lines are very simple, so there isn't really much to go off of, honestly.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, thank you. To the basement! Oh yeah. Okay, now I got Nickel. Yippee! Okay, any questions or concerns about Haruka? Cannot hear you. Mm. Ew, Audition ID 4? Cringe. Oh, there she goes.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Okay, any questions or concerns about Haruka?
I think I included in the doc, but is it like when you say soft spoken, is it like breathy voice or like quiet voice?
It would be more, yeah, more like quiet.
More like quiet. Okay. I can start. Should I start?
Yep.
All right. All right. Sorry I'm late. My cat wouldn't get off me and kept wanting more and more food even though I didn't have much time anyway. Why are you looking at me like that? Is there an issue, sir? Do you need help? You like me? I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Hopefully that's a joke. If not, this would be really awkward.
I want to hear line one more time, except it needs to be more intense. So imagine she's, she's late for class. So imagine she's like bursting through the door. Maybe maybe she's like student council president or something. So, she has a really high reputation. So she like bursts into the door and she's like apologizing. And, maybe the teacher's like, oh, calm down. I don't really care that much. But she's like, no, it's really important. I am really sorry of being late. I'll never do it again. Yada, yada.
Okay. Sorry I'm late. My cat wouldn't get off me and kept wanting more and more food, and even though I didn't have much time anyway.
One more time.
Sorry I'm late. My cat wouldn't get off me and kept wanting more and more food, even though I didn't have much time anyway.
I need more intense. Like, I need it to be a little bit louder.
Okay, hold on. Sorry I'm late. My cat wouldn't get off me and kept wanting more and more food, even though I didn't have much time anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Yo. Good job.
Thanks.
That was a slay.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Okay, you're going to the basement. Goodbye. You're going to jail.
Bye.
By the way, for anyone who's here that's not in the VA Rookies, get in the VA Rookies. Because the VA Rookies is like the same thing as this, except it's projects, and I actually don't give you feedback, but it's actually nothing like this. But the VA Rookies is still very fun to do because it gives you project experience, and yeah, and although comic dubs aren't really much, it still shows something to show that you contributed your voice to something if you ever do need to show that to somebody. Anyway. Who's next? Zem Loco. Who? Is that person here? Oh, wait, I see you. Zem Loco. Okay, they're not here. Who's next? Alright, well, next person didn't give me a character, so that's it. No one else has submitted anything, so... you guys have any questions about voice acting? Any questions you want to discuss? What's it like being a voice actor? Yeah. Well, no, actually, like, in a realistic sense, I like being a voice actor, but it's so hard to make money off of the industry. And also, like, most professionals will tell you they make, like, 70 to 80% of their money through going to conventions. Because, for example, I went to Anime NYC last year, because I lived in New York City, but I don't anymore, so I didn't get to go this year. But I went there last year, and I didn't go to, like, the lines of any of, like, the voice actors or anything, because I'm not that kind of person. I don't pay money for signatures and photos and stuff, because that's just not really things that I do. Like, I don't anyway. So when I was there, I saw that, for example, I can't remember who it was. I was on the train. I was going back home, for the weekend, or the subway, whatever. And I sat next to this girl that I saw had, like, a signature on, like, a Funko Pop like, thing or something from one of the voice actors. And we were just, like, striking up conversation. And I asked them, like, how much they cost, whatever. And she said it cost $25 for a signature on an item and $30 for a signature on a print. And it's $40 for a signature on a print. And it was $30 for a photo. Something like that. It was something around the range of that. So, and keep in mind, when I was at Anime NYC, this voice actor, I realized they had a line of hundreds of people. Hundreds and hundreds of people. Now imagine going to, like, one convention a month and having lines of, like, say there's 100 people in line for you and each one gets an autograph and you charge, let's say you charge $30 for an autograph and you have 100 people. That is $3,000 in a convention. And that was one day of 100 people in that line. That is one day you get $3,000 doing signatures. And the average non-union rate in, like, anime and ADR is, like, $125 an hour. Imagine that. So that is why conventions are very important. And I want to go to a convention as a special guest just for, like, to experience it. Like, genuinely, one of my main goals ever since I started being a voice actor, I wanted to go to a convention as a special guest. There is a convention in Times Square called Liberty City Anime Con that actually shut down after COVID. But I went there actively for 4 years. And my last year there in 2019, I actually was an ambassador, which essentially meant that I was kind of like a special person, but wasn't considered a special guest. You know what I mean? So I had access to meet all of the special guests and, like, the voice actors, but I wasn't, like, considered one. It was essentially like I got a free pass and I got to hold panels with automatic acceptance, but I didn't do, like, autographs and whatever. So I kind of got, like, that slight feeling of what it felt like, because when I held my panel was about voice acting, obviously. But in 2019, my knowledge was a lot less than it is right now. I would kick myself. I would drop kick myself in 2019. for agreeing to host that event, because I knew a reasonable amount, but definitely not as much as I should have to host that event. Considering that back then all I knew was remote voice acting, and a lot of the people were asking me about how to get into anime and shit like that, and like studio voice acting, which I did not know anything about because I had only worked remotely. So yeah. And the problem I have now is, now that I know a lot, as you guys can tell, I know a lot about anime, and now the problem is that now that I'm in Dallas, it is very hard for me to get any panel about voice acting. It's not going to happen. Unless I'm a special guest, it's not going to happen. And it sucks because that convention shut down, I didn't get to host any more events, because I could have hosted one about voice acting last year. Cause that would have been so much better, because I knew so much more last year, and it would have been so much more fun, so much more knowledgeable. I probably even could have applied as a special guest. I mean, considering maybe now, I might even been able to apply as a special guest. And I was actually surprised with like how many pretty big people they got there, because it actually wasn't even that big of a convention, which is really weird, because Anime NYC was on like 32nd Street or something like that, and the Liberty City Anime Con was in the heart of Times Square. Like, you guys know Times Square, right? It was in the heart of Times Square at like a Hyatt resort, and there was literally at max like 4,000 attendees, whereas Anime NYC had like 20,000 attendees. Like, people would fly out to go to Anime NYC.